One of the few dogs that pulled through the Mike Vick fiasco. Yo, my fault, man, my fault. One of the few dogs that pulled through the Mike Vick fiasco. Heart of a lion with the strength straight out of Glasgow. Pujanowski, known to let the guns loose. Everybody smoking cigarettes and jumpsuits. Kosovo to the basement of your building. Terrible dentistry, golden every filling. Cut them a deal, bet they let you bring them krills in.
What's going on, peeps? Julian Williams here at the distance. Got a video for you guys. This is a prediction to the upcoming bout between Mikey Garcia and Bernabe Concepcion. Bout takes place on March the 10th on the undercard of Lopez versus Salido too. So pretty much this is a featherweight fight. You have Concepcion, who has pretty much been on that top upper echelon. You know, he's fought the top upper echelon guys at 126, but overall, he just never wins, you know, the big fights. Pretty much breaking down his style, you know, he's aggressive, but also he does tend to get out of position from time to time. He tends to get out of position and sees the counter, which on the other side you have Mikey Garcia, who is a natural counter puncher. And when he's taking the lead, he doesn't seem to be all that comfortable when he's taking the lead from time to time. He looks more comfortable as a counter puncher. So on the other side against Concepcion, he's going to have a lot of openings and a lot of opportunities to counter the hell out of him. Just because Concepcion does have aggressive style, he does throw punches. He can take the lead, and also he does like to use the ring a lot. He'll move, you know, laterally, or use the ring to kind of set up his offense, whether it's, you know, using his foot or hand speed to get to a certain area before his opponent does. You know, he throws, and he does tend to leave himself open. And so pretty much in this fight, Garcia's going to have a lot of openings against Concepcion, and also being that Concepcion does have trouble setting his feet from time to time, especially when he's moving. If Garcia comes out with a more aggressive approach, then I think it could be trouble for Concepcion, because Concepcion, yeah, I think the thing with Concepcion is you have to land on him. You have to land on him, and you have to outwork him. Those are two things that you have to do against Concepcion. Is you have to outland and outwork him. And Garcia is he throws very precise shots. His shots are very precise. They're not telegraphed. You know, he's just a natural counter puncher. So in this fight, he just has to be the counter puncher. But also he can go out and he can attack Concepcion. But because, like I said, against a fighter to where you're having to continuously set your feet, that's just going to lead to an opening from time to time. Because sometimes when you have to reset your feet, you're focused on resetting your feet or finding your spot in the ring, and then that's going to just lead to you being hit. You know, being hit with like a right hand or a left hook or whatever. You know, you're going to be open to the counter. So just overall, I think it's going to be as simple as counter punching for Mikey Garcia in this fight. On the other hand, you got Bernabe Concepcion. Concepcion, we all know, has power. He knocked Wama down. And some say Wama has a suspect chin, but he was able to knock Wama down at the end of the first round back in the July bout in 2010. So he was able to knock him down, so he does have power, especially if he sits down the punches, and especially if he has a lot of leverage and room to land his shots. So pretty much in this fight, I think against a Mikey Garcia, what you have to do is you have to fight Mikey Garcia in close proximity, and also you have to kind of use, like what he does. He uses the ring a lot, so you have to use the ring, and you have to get there before he does and fight him in spurts, and kind of feint with him. You have to feint with a counter punch to get him to commit, and then you come back with your own attack. You know, just pretty much fight this one in spurts, and look to just throw combinations throughout the fight, throw at volume, have a high punch output. You know, I just think that's going to be the way to beat the Mikey Garcia. If you ask me, I think it's going to have to be a very, and the thing is, he can't really wait on Garcia. He can't, but also Garcia could wait on him because he has good timing with both hands, left and right hand. He has good timing, and Concepcion does not have that kind of timing. He'll swing for the fences. He'll land on you, either hurt you or it doesn't. So while I think that Concepcion will be taking the lead in this fight, I think Garcia is going to probably take him out in probably about, I want to say Garcia takes him out in probably about 10 rounds. I think he'll take him out late in this one. I just think that Garcia's talent level, Garcia has a lot of talent. He's very patient. And I think that there's a possibility he might have trouble in the early rounds, or he might just control this from the beginning. But there's going to be a lot of openings for Mikey Garcia in this fight. And Garcia beats Concepcion probably by stoppage in 10 rounds. 10 rounds or less is my prediction. So anyway, peeps, that was The Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Critical production.
Ain't much for free nowadays. Gotta get paid.
Right.
Gotta get paid.
Right.
Ain't much for free nowadays. Gotta get paid.
Right.
Gotta get paid.
Right.
Ain't much for free nowadays.